Hey, Betterness Bays! Welcome to the Good, Better, Betterness podcast. Heads up, this episode takes us back a few months and was recorded on a previous edition of Wellness Wednesday.
What we explored and uncovered then is still true now, and we hope that this lands as a reminder that you matter first and always, full stop. Thank you for making space for us, and more importantly, for yourself.
Today, we are excited about having you because as a partner of ours, that's how we look at anyone who decides to put a product in our box.
Oh,
Really do think of you as a partner. And so thank you. And we can't wait to hear more about you. So I'm just going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are and what it is that you're about.
Okay, so, thank you. First, let me start by saying thank you for inviting me to be on your platform, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of your box. And hello. Yeah, so I appreciate being a part of the box. I've had some friends subscribe because, for the first time, and they're just like, "This is so awesome! Like, it's more than what you expect."
For sure.
Yeah, it's not your average subscription box. So, with just the sample perfumes and stuff. It's the real deal.
Thank you.
Yes. But
You to do a commercial for us. I know Lisa saying the same thing right now.
man, we all need to do a little sprucing up now that life is about to get back to whatever normal is these days.
Right, new normal, right?
Right. Well, but anyway, so my name is Vierra, but I'm so used to going by DJ. So my name is Vierra Vibe. So I have a holistic self-care brand, and I first started in business by DJing. So that's why I always refer to myself as Vierra Vibe. Right, yeah. So, getting on the mic, it's your girl, DJ Vierra Vibe. And it's
I'm
awesome.
here for it.
So I moved to transition from DJing to CBD. Well, actually, it's not really transition. It's just an addition.
Love it.
So I added CBD to my business because I was not in the marijuana business over here in California, but it was getting popping, all the cannabis clubs and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was DJing a lot in the field and whatnot. And as you can see, I'm a naturalista, so
Beautiful hair.
oh, thank you. Appreciate
I was like, the hair is fire, sis.
it. Thank you. Big hair, right? So I've always made my own products as far as hair products go. So I went from starting to make my own products for hair to, me and my daughter, we have completely opposite type styles of hair. Her hair is 3 times thicker than mine and bigger than mine and all that. So I had to make products for her, which was different from products for me. And, I got into that realm of doing things natural, the oils and all that.
You? For me?
So, just drowning myself in coconut oil and shea butter. Waking up in grease spots on my
On the pillow. Yes, girl.
yeah. So just figure it out, just trying to figure it out, and then I'm DJing. I'm making my own oils. I'm popping in my lane, and out of nowhere, I ended up meeting a guy who's now my fiance. Hi, hi, baby daddy. And hi, baby daddy.
I'm so here for it.
So, he is actually within the farming of marijuana in California, and so he's a country boy from the South, but he moved to California to help consult other farms on how to farm. Cause he's like, oh, y'all do that California farming. He was like, oh, you have 1 or 2 acres? That's cute.
That's right. The South, yeah, they got acres on acres on acres.
Yeah. So he was consulting out here for that. Well, speed up a little bit, and he's just like, Vierra, I have land in North Carolina. I think we should go and do something with it. And then I'm like, well, what do you want to do? And he's like, well, I want to grow CBD. And I'm like, okay. And so it just went from like me combining with CBD to with my natural products that I already made. It was just like a natural transition because I can't tell anybody to like, buy CBD from us unless like I have something to prove. Yeah. So I tried it first. And so I got into it by like making gifts for people because, in the South, we're in the middle of like nowhere. Like I call it bumfuck nowhere. And I think we're probably the youngest people in town.
Wow.
So I make gift sets at the gas station or, people's parents or grandparents. I just make them whenever birthdays or holidays or something came up.
Nice.
And then it just escalated from like, oh, well, my cousin over here wants to buy some. And, and it just, people started using it for different reasons, for like maternity reasons, tattoo reasons, workout reasons, anxiety reasons. So it just started to multiply out of my control. And I'm like, okay, I like this.
I like that. Yes. I think they're aligned and it just like takes off on its own.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I've been doing the whole cannabis and cosmetics and culture it all came at a separate time, but it all aligned perfectly for my brand.
Got it. I love that. Thank you for sharing that story. We're going to get into multiple areas of that story as we go on. But yeah, this is exciting because I don't think we've truly covered CBD on our channel. Is this a channel? Sure. It's a platform. We haven't really gone through that. I think your item is the first item that has CBD in it. So I think that's a great opportunity to just do some basic education on it. Yeah. So just in general, what are some of the best uses for CBD? I know we have the CBD salve. So we put it in the box because we knew this was a fitness inspired box. We wanted people to have something for their sore muscles and that kind of thing. But in general, what are the best uses for CBD, especially in your products, I'm sure?
Right. So it comes in many different forms. It really matters on like, what is it that you're using CBD for? So it comes in flower form to where people can roll it and smoke it. So like I have Vibe with Vierra pre-rolls.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and so, smoking
cute packaging, by the way.
Thank you. It's like I have the most feminine packaging, like in the, active industry, right? Yeah, so it's like I have these old men who like buy it from me, and they're like, "Huh, at least it works."
Right.
So there's flower form to where you can take it by inhalation.
Okay.
There's oils to where you can either put the oil in and have it orally and take it that way, or you could rub it in you with the oils. Let's see, I put in a salve. You could put it in, have it in lotion form. So pretty much any way that you could put it like topically. I've even had some people ask me to make a lube with it.
Wow, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, so there's it's from the top of your head to tip of your toe to under your toe. Yeah, you can use it from like anywhere in your body. I mean, I wouldn't like put it inside of your body, but there's ways to take it inside. Like you could drink it, you can just put it on your tongue. Yeah, you could eat it in a way, like if you made it, like how people make like cannabis brownies or gummies. Then they have gummies, which I'll be coming out with as my next product.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was too high not to get a part of it. So yeah.
You heard it here first. New products coming from Vibe with Vera.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this in your box. Let me know how to do it.
Right, exactly. Okay, wow. So a lot of uses, basically.
Yeah.
So what are the major benefits? I know we talked about clearly again the salve, but really, what are the best? The most. I know I was like, yeah, I'd like that.
Like and really like, okay, so I use myself, like massage me there. I'm like massage me in that area, not silly. but just massage me. And oh my gosh, it was like the best feeling ever. It was Noel.
You heard your girl.
It was and it was just like, yeah, it was so fun. But back to what you were asking.
Yeah, the benefits.
Yeah, so we're being perfect. So I mean, let's go down the line. So if you just there's inflammation. So whether that's physical or internal, and helps with so it helps with that. Like when people, that's why I suggest a lot of people who don't smoke, they kind of don't understand the benefit of smoking, the inhalation of the CBD, but it helps you when you have like chronic kidney pain or gallbladder pain, or
which is all caused by inflammation, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you have even when we're PMSing, or like, when menstrual time, when we start getting bloated in that area, it's good to either rub it in your pelvic area, or if you smoke it, it gets in your bloodstream faster when you inhale it. So that's another reason why it's good for those who have like chronic pain, or who are who can't even move. Like my grandma 96. I've had her smoke it because she's not a smoker, but it gets into your system so much quicker that it's like
relieving pain.
Exactly. Right. Minutes. So it helps with inflammation. It helps with anxiety. So really what it is, it's that CBD helps balance, like it's like a homeostasis. It helps balance you to like keep you regular. So if you are irregular as far as like have too many hormones in this area, the CBD is going to help you like balance that out to make you get back to regular. Yeah. So it really helps everywhere, because our bodies have natural receptors. They're called endocannabinoid. I like the word endocannabinoid. Our bodies naturally have it. It's called an ECS, the endocannabinoid system. And that's like, oh, endocannabinoid. What is that? So endo is inside, and cannabinoid, which is, it's a release. So cannabinoids is a release, and our body naturally makes that. So, when we get, like when we go on a run and people say, oh, you're feeling a runner's high, like you just feel so good. No, it's your endocannabinoids, like release.
Yeah. And all we've been told is that's our, what is it? Our, the positive hormone.
Serotonin, and
there we go.
So that's like dopamine, serotonin, opioid, or whatnot. And so, it makes you happy, makes you feel good. And the benefit with CBD is that there's so many receptors in our body that CBD contacts with, and the receptors that accept the serotonin and dopamine and opioids, CBD fills that as well. So, it's what you want.
Right.
It's what you want. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So not only is it trying to heal the area that's not at its normal, but it's going to fill up the receptors, whether all your good receptors are going to be touched on.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow. I had no idea that it was this effective in these other ways. So this is really educational. And as you all are watching and tuning in, please, please, please make sure to ask your questions, because we would love to answer them. I think our audience probably has some questions around CBD and even the product that they got in the box, perhaps, right? Like, right, which we'll get into in a second. A lot of people are very confused about CBD. So the next question is kind of going into that, right? The CBD gets you high, right? In the way that people think, oh, okay, this is, marijuana where I'm going to start hallucinating or whatever people think about what CBD is. Let's go ahead and set the record straight.
So for the record, yes, CBD makes you feel really, really good, but unfortunately, it does not get you high. No, not unfortunately, but it does not get you high. And actually, if you are inhaling like marijuana or THC or anything like that, and then you take some CBD, it's going to do the opposite of make you high. It's going to get you back to regular. But again, that homeostasis, what's not normal, it's going to try to make sure it's going to try to get you back to what normal is for you. So, yes, they do come from the same plant, the cannabis.
Right.
However, it's a different formula. It's a different, for example, like humans have genes. It's a different gene than the marijuana, the THC gene that everybody likes.
Even though it comes from the same plant, we're all humans, but like different genes.
Exactly. So the reason why THC gets you high is because there's one main receptor. It's the biggest receptor in our body, or the biggest cannabinoid receptor in our body, and it's in our brain. And that one is called the CB1. And CB1 only has one lever, and that lever is THC. So whenever THC is in your body, it's going to set the CB1 off, and it's going to take you to wherever that little land you go to in THC.
The little land.
The little track you go when that happens.
Right.
So that's what CB1 is in your brain, and the only lever it has is THC. Now, the second biggest receptor in your body is called CB2. And that receptor is mainly in your immune system, but it's spread out throughout your body. So it's in your feet, it's in your legs. It's just spread out more.
Yeah.
Not so much in your brain, like, because CB1 is the biggest one and it took its place. But, it's all around. It's kind of it is in your brain. It's just not as heavy as CB1.
Right.
But that's why it alleviates anxiety.
Okay.
So like to me, I look at CBD as a more stronger version of lavender.
Oh, that's a good way to put that. Yes, because I have a lavender roller that's right by my bed. And every night before I go to bed, I put it like on my wrist or right here where I can like smell it. And sometimes I rub it on my pillow, right? Just to kind of help me relax. And so that's a really great, because, lavender is all the rage. We have fresh lavender in our homes. We have got lavender candles, lavender sprays, right? All that. So that's a really good, side-by-side kind of way to look at that. Thank you.
And it's my goal to help get CBD to the level of lavender. As far as like being able to accept
how we think about it,
stigma connected to it. Because it's stronger, it's more helpful. But everybody just knows, the popularity of lavender. I mean, it's a pretty color, and it does what it says. So.
And it's a plant, right?
And it is natural. It is a plant.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel like CBD does have that stigma, and so I'm hoping that this is helping open up people's minds about it. Think about it, research it before you make conclusions, and this has been really helpful for CB1, CB2. You broke the whole thing down, sis. I feel like I'm in a little class.
Okay,
no,
that's how I went from that, because I was taking it, and I was taking it. I knew it was working, but I didn't understand the science behind it. So I went into I took classes on it, and I went to other CBD farmers and growers and all that in different stores and all that.
Now, if you know like we know, there's nothing like a little mystery to make life a little more interesting and a whole lot more fun. Subscribe to Betterness Box today and get your very own mystery box for just $25. These custom boxes feature some of our best, most highly requested products from across the seasons, all in one box. You'll get the same promise of self-care at your doorstep with the box that provides over $100 of value for just $25.
So
where else can $25 get you a book, top-of-the-line self-care and beauty products, and a dose of affirmation? Nowhere. Subscribe to Betterness Box today and truly experience what it feels like to be a gift to yourself for yourself.
CBD mask spray. So you spray it inside your eye. Yeah. when you're like walking around and doing whatever, you smell it has a scent of lavender, but it has the effects of CBD. So if you're like feeling relaxed while you're shopping, you just like, oh, normally I get so irritated, when you're relaxed with people.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, look at the magazine.
They're telling me deal with all you people. Right. Exactly. And for those of you who are watching the replay, Denise, our co-founder, put in here, you need a CBD laced lavender scented product. Because I know you won't be able to read the comments. So just so you know, that is what we're talking about. Yes, a CBD laced product. That is real dope. Yeah, no, but nice. I love it. Thank you for breaking that down. THC and CBD, different things.
Different things. It's as different as, like, to me, I just look at it as like animals. Like, if you want to break it down, like, yeah, we have dogs. But then you have like poodles and you have shih tzus. It's like, yes, they are dogs, but they're completely different dogs.
Exactly. I love that. And I love that your mission is to kind of get CBD to a level where it's looked at as lavender and how natural we think of lavender and it's a plant and all of these things. So that's
what I feel like it's even more for humans and more natural for us because our body creates
the receptors.
Yeah, the receptors and the cannabinoids. So it's like when our bodies are, like, say I was depressed and my body couldn't produce my endocannabinoids, that's where the CBD comes. That's where you can get endocannabinoids from a plant. And God is so awesome that he created that plant to be received from our body. So it's like,
wow.
Yeah, the plant was here first.
Moment. Yes. Yeah, it's because I believe that too, right? Like everything that has been put on this earth is supposed to be used by us in some way. And so it just makes me think about like, wow, where else in the world where they super smart. I'm sure somewhere in Africa they bring right. Put this here because this is where the receptors are. That is really, really cool. Thank you for breaking that down. So I think medicinal use versus recreational use is interesting because again, it kind of leans into the THC thing again, right? So let's differentiate these two in a new way as well, when it comes to CBD.
Okay. So with CBD is legal in all 50 states. Now there's 3 states because it's federally legal. So it's federally legal. So there's 3 states. I think it's either Idaho or Iowa, one of those states. But they've decided that they don't want to partake. Like, okay, yes, it's federally legal, but don't ship that to me. Okay. All right.
They got lavender farms out there. That's loud down. It's out. They don't even know.
Right. So CBD is legal in all 50 states. Whether you're rubbing it on you, you're dropping it under your tongue. Like you could literally be driving in your car, dropping it under your tongue. And you could literally be driving your car and smoking it. And let me show you how similar it looks with your, So I have it in an all organic hemp roll.
Okay.
But this is just like CBD flower. Okay. It looks just like a rolled up joint. It does. Right. But it's CBD. And you can literally drive down the street or walk around downtown, wherever. Yeah. Let's say North Carolina, downtown North Carolina, pick a city in North Carolina. And walking around and you can smoke it. Like it's not illegal. So it's because it doesn't connect with the CB1 receptor in your brain. So that's why it's completely legal, and that's why you can smoke it anywhere, and that's why you can use it anywhere. So for all the weed smokers out there, it's kind of good because now they can't just go off of like, oh, it smells like marijuana in here. That's like probable cause for a search. Well, that no longer works anymore because CBD is legal. It's legal. and it may smell the same, but that's what it is. Exactly. And it costs more to test the CBD to see if it's CBD or THC than it does it just gets too much into it.
Yeah.
Comes back.
First of all, legalize all of it. First of all, go to Ben and Jerry's last post. They broke that itch down.
I loved it.
They're my favorite ice cream brand. Look, I'm right by my freezer, and I have all the Ben and Jerry's you could ever want because of how amazing they are when it comes to social justice and just wokeness. Like CBD, Ben and Jerry's is very woke. So yeah, they're ever curious about legalizing marijuana and figuring that out, please take a look at their last post. It ties in together. And I love that you mentioned, like, you could be driving down the street, you could be walking down the street, right? And there's so much stigma with that smell, right? And what people think it's associated with, and who, right, it's associated with. Because I think when we see, a tree hugger, Californian white guy, right? And then we see a teenager who, coming home from school or something, we think two different things, but
exactly. Exactly.
And those biases is what, has driven a lot of the social injustice, especially with us. And I think for Black women, we need all the help we can get with the anxiety and all the things that we are with in life, right? Supporting our community. So I hope, again, this is helpful. So sorry, we went out like a whole Ben and Jerry's, right? But medicinal versus recreational. So recreational is something like maybe the spray for the masks that you were talking about.
Oh yeah. So it could be the spray, could be recreational. If you wanted to drop in your drink just for relaxation, I know some people who drop it in their cocktails just to out of
smart.
Who drop it in their cocktails. Let's see, what other recreational ways? It's a good like an after yoga hangout.
Oh, I love that. Like, let's go to brunch, y'all.
Yeah, let's go. Let's sit down and we can pass the, puff past the CBD or something like that.
I love it.
Or we can, or like the massage, giving each other massages and stuff like that. So that could also feel good. But for medicinal way, right? You can use the same product. Smoking it, I have I have liver problems, or it also helps for those who have addiction issues. So if you're addicted to alcohol or addicted to, if you're trying to wean yourself off of methamphetamines or even opioids and stuff like that, because it has that, because it fills up the opioid receptor that we have in our body, and helps wean people off of the pills that you get from pain pills. I actually have a woman who buys my oil. She has shoulder neck problems, and they used to they prescribed her opioids. So she's taking these pills, and she says I don't feel like I'm getting healed. I just feel like I'm getting high, for a few hours, and I forget about my pain, but it comes back. I don't feel like it's helping me. It's just making me high, so I don't think about it.
The symptom versus the core issue.
Exactly. So then she started taking my oil for about 2 weeks, and she's like, that's it. It's an all natural product. I actually feel it working. And then she said I use it twice a day, but she actually is getting results. And she doesn't have to go around feeling like a zombie. She can go on about her day, still get it relieved, and using the same products that somebody would use to just do a massage, to do it recreational. So it interchanges. And I also use it on my children too. So, sunburn, go get that CBD. But it's really for anything. My fiance burnt his fingers on a stove yesterday. Go get that CBD. My daughter had a cyst, like an internal cyst.
Mm-hmm.
Go get that CBD. And I was just like, what's over? Yeah, we went to the hospital to find out like exactly what was wrong. Well, I know this is gonna help you subside the pain, so go get that CBD.
Right.
Yeah, and I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do it. But when my son starts teething, I'm gonna use an orange gel.
Just dab it on there. That is so dope. So multiple, like a lot of these things I didn't even know for especially I didn't think about those who are addicted to drugs who are really trying to stay clean or really, they're in remission, not remission, but stay away from relapsing. They don't want to relapse. And so yeah. And I think a lot of people turn to some of those synthetic or hardcore drugs because they're just trying to alleviate pain or anxiety or whatever it is. And so if this is something that naturally helps do that, just like, again, a lavender would do, but even better, why would you not use it more? So that's really, really dope. Wow. Okay. I'm taking a lot of notes. This is good. Sometimes my ankle hurts and I have been using this. I remember too. Yep. When I'll take my walks, we put some ankle weights or wristlets in the last box. They're over.
Yes.
Right. Mom, right? Girl, what is it?
I'm back on trying to get my Beyonce back.
Go ahead, girl.
We're my baby's 2 months old now, so now we working it back.
Amazing. But yeah, summer is coming, and we tried to get our ladies right and tight, help them with, give them the tools to do that. And those wristlets, I put or ankle weights, I put them on my ankle. And sometimes after my walks, I'm like, okay, my right ankle ain't feeling this right now. So I'll rub it on there, and it's great. So I definitely highly recommend. I mean, you got to go get the box, right? Gotta get our box. Let us be.
Right.
But for sure, gonna have to check out your page and all of the other products that you're using. You dropped some knowledge today, okay? 50, it's federally legal in all 50 states. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, somebody's gonna come and get me.
Right. I can't go in the airport with this.
Right.
Get on the plane.
Right.
Get with you into the airport, so you don't,
right.
Back in the ear.
Yeah, so that's a good place to put. I usually put my lavender oil there too. So I'm gonna have to start using yourself. Right.
Yes. Now he's talking. Yeah.
Yes. Wait, in my head, I have go get that CBD. I'm just gonna keep using that phrase because that's what you taught me. But when I think about it that way, but we have to change the narrative in that way, and I'm really happy that you talked about that because I see all of these CBD places pop up, right? In my neighborhood and other neighborhoods. And I'm like, why? People are really out here making this a business. But I wish that in the Black community, we could get over some of the stigmas, get educated, so we can get in on this business, right? We really need to get in on this business.
Yeah.
They end up legalizing both, right?
And not
and then what we gonna do, y'all?
Exactly.
We left behind because we were, well, no, we don't do that,
Exactly. And that's what's been happening out here in North Carolina. How is California about this? You was rehugger, you all that. And so I kind of, not everybody, but that's my goal. One person, every time I talk to somebody out here in North Carolina, I'm like, oh, have you heard of CBD? Just so that to make it more common.
Yeah.
And now, CBD shops aren't smoke shops. And,
exactly.
Yeah, it's not. It's more of a, to me, I feel like they should have CBD shops in front of the gym. In front of the salons.
Where it actually makes sense. A spa should have all CBD products. Why wouldn't you? Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And so, and with me, a new mom again, I have a daughter, but she's a teenager. So I just had a new baby 2 months ago. And no, thank you. And so I'm using this I'm breastfeeding, and I'm like, oh man, like I understand why God makes you forget about all the stuff you went through the first time, because if I would have remembered, I probably would have gone, now we're doing this again, right? What am I thinking? And so, like my nipples were just like hurting from feeding, and I'm dying. And I'm like, well, what do I put on it? I want to put something natural because, my kid eats from there.
Right.
And I'm a naturalista. And I was like, no, I could go to the store. So I went to Target, and I'm looking at all these different balms, all those creams.
Mm-hmm. You can't even read half of the ingredients, girl.
Girl, I went home and I put my salve right on it, and healed me from like the cracking and from the pain that I was having. And I think it kind of like, when I would feed him, I'd wipe it off. But I don't know if the smell, the taste, or something, but like he slept pretty well after.
Listen, he got the same receptors.
And breast milk has had cannabinoids in breast milk. So you are giving the baby cannabinoids, whether they're from you or from CBD or from, the plant.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I just love the plant. And I love when I tell people about it. Well, what about your endocannabinoid system? Have you been ignoring that? What's
right. And they're like, excuse me? That's not in me. I've never done that. And they don't know that it's naturally in a part of their body. Wow.
Yeah.
That is huge. I have a friend that I'm going to have to tell about, let her know about this salve and make sure she gets our box, because she has lupus. And so her symptoms are everywhere she's like constantly trying to stay away from like different foods and stay, vegan, so that she can, make sure she doesn't have inflammation. And this is another great way to kind of give her relief in that way.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had a little brother who he had cancer in his neck, lymph node cancer, and he had to go to chemo and all that stuff. And, he would get it would be painful for him. Yeah. So I would just take my concoctions and just massage him and rub him down. And he's like, sis, when you heat this up, it feels better than being the massage parlor. I was like, oh, and that was before I was even thinking about selling, turning.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, my goal is to get into every salon and spa, a Black-owned salon and spa.
Yes. Thanks. I got Dallas. Let me know when you're ready to come to Dallas. We ready, okay?
Yeah.
That's a really great, because the oil, I get a massage almost every month. I just need a little membership. But I might have to take my little, hey, can you go ahead and use or oil? Mm-hmm.
Next time you go get a pedicure, take that with you. Take that with you. Take it with you.
Smart. Okay, be like, here, I don't want your you do the scrub, but add that lotion. Go ahead.
Yeah, at that end,
that last one.
I did that one time. I was just I was talking to them about CBD, and it was in my purse, and I was like, oh. But we were done. And I was like, oh man, I wish I would have found this sooner. And then she's like, well, do you want me to put it on you real quick?
Yes.
Do I?
Absolutely.
Me and Vivian almost got married that day. It was a whole new feeling.
Okay, so it looks like we have a question, Denise. Thank you for your question, Denise. This is a good question, because we talked about the differences between THC and CBD, but Denise is asking, is it addictive?
So it is addictive because how good it feels, but it's not addictive because of it gets into your system. With our body already producing cannabinoids, you can't overdose on too much cannabinoids or too much CBD. You might want it. I know people who use it religiously, and when they don't have it to go to sleep, I think do realize oh, I didn't have as good of a sleep as I normally do. Mm-hmm. Or,
like melatonin. A lot of people that was I need my melatonin to go
good. Yeah.
Or on lavender oil. Shoot, that's what I feel like I need.
Exactly. So yes, people do use it religiously, but is it addictive? Like, no. It actually helps cure addiction.
Right. And so I know there's certain like vitamins or things, supplements, I guess we can take, like biotin for our nails and our hair. And I know with biotin, if you take too much, basically your body just releases it through your urine. And I'm wondering, is that something similar to if you take too much or use too much CBD? Does it kind of extract from your body in another way, or does it just absorb everything? Because it really is just using the natural, what we naturally produce.
Well, what it is the reason why it's breaking down the enzymes. So the enzymes that help carry the benefits of the CBD, it's slower to break down, so it lasts longer. So it's not to me, because I'm so used to it and I'm so knowledgeable about it. I'm like, yeah, you know, right? It lasts longer because your enzymes. I mean, it blocks your enzymes from breaking down.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha. Okay, so it's definitely not the same as like a supplement or a vitamin that you take, because you know you can technically overdose from like vitamin C or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, no, it stops your enzymes from breaking down quickly, so that it so that it goes away, or you know, but you can't take too much of it.
Got
It just will keep your enzymes from breaking down, which is great because it just prolongs the good feeling.
Right, because that's what we're saying. Right, that's
Right.
gotcha. This has been so informative. Can you tell me? I know we've been talking this whole time, but is it Vierra or just Vera?
Vierra, like
Vierra. So it is Vierra. Okay.
yeah.
I just want to make sure. Thank you, Denise, for your question, but I wanted to give you a chance to kind of tell everyone what's coming up next for you, what new products are coming. I know you mentioned you want to get in spas and salons.
Yes.
But outside of that, and outside of getting the Let Us Be box and your CBD self, that's amazing, that I'm taking and putting it in my purse so that I can have it for my next pedicure, because Lord knows I need one. What else?
Girl. I'm telling you, like, let that be your first gift to yourself, like quarantine over gift.
Yes.
Yes.
That's going to be great. I cannot wait. But yeah, tell us where we can find you, what's coming up next, how we can follow and support you as an amazing Betterness Box partner.
Oh, thank you. So, well, first there was a question. How?
Oh, I see it.
Get sleep aid. So it just depends on which form you like the best. You can put it in your tea. If like, I know some people have like a particular sleepy time tea or chamomile or something like that. You can either put the drops in there in your tea and drink it with that, or you can just put it right under your tongue and then drink your sleepy time tea. You can take the salve and rub your temples with it and rub like, yeah, girl. Right. Give yourself a little, one of those. Let's see. You could smoke it before bed. That's another one. Yes, girl. And you know what? With my baby, even when he's like being overly too fussy, I'll open that jar and I'll just like put it in front of his face, and then he'll just like,
how amazing is it? This is gonna be my new. I just ran out of my lavender oil, so I ain't gotta buy that again.
You read there? Put lavender in there. So
I smell it. Yeah, I'm like, it smells like the lavender oil I had, but you know what? I'm gonna go with it. So it's a great replacement of that, and I'm super excited again, like I said, to use it for my pedicures. So where would you like people to follow you? I know you have technically 2 pages.
Yes, I have 2 pages.
Yes.
So I have my DJ Vierra Vibe. I'm probably on here mostly because it's my personal page, and this is the one I have most of my followers on. So you can always go to that. The link in that bio will take you to djvierravibe.com. But that's where I put all my, wellness events that I do. So anytime I have my wellness events or I DJ somebody else's wellness events, I'll always have my products with me. So you can like check that out on the DJ page. And vibewithvierra.com just went live. Yay! So you can done.
That was today, right here?
Yes. But here we're live. I've been just waiting for like the perfect time to press like, let's do it. It's also like, what better than today? So yes, I'm live. So you look there, or you can go to my Vibe with Vierra Instagram page, where I talk about all things cannabis, cosmetics, and culture. So along with the CBD and the DJing, I also do birth chart readings and star readings and light reading and stuff like that. So that's a whole nother topic.
And that's along with Vierra.com, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So Vibe with Vierra, cannabis, cosmetics, and culture.
Okay.
Yes, girl. Okay. Yes, but my overall dream and my overall goals that I'm working towards, I'm trying to get my products into every Black-owned salon and spa, not just in the country. I'm trying to get the Caribbeans too. Okay. Definitely. Yes, right. Yeah, so that's definitely my number one goal. I would love to have like retreats where I would partner up with like, other wellness brands like Better Than Spots and Vibe with Vierra and like even a doctor and then a doctor Noel like but I can't wait to start doing events like that again.
Yeah.
Holla at me.
I love it.
Yeah. And just spreading the word about CBD and getting the stigma down and like, treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
That part. That's literally what it is. That's what it is. If we're not educated, you were literally cheating yourself out of
pretty much.
This amazing product. That is so good. Yes. Let me know.
We don't have to do something.
I love it. I'm here for all of it. I want everyone watching right now to think of a Black-owned salon and go to Vierra's page and send them that name. I think that would be an amazing start to be able to just kind of collect the name so that you can start to reach out and develop relationships. Listen, our platform is used to amplify all of the Black women, everything. So I'm very excited that people are going to watch this. If you're watching the replay, definitely go to Vierra's site and her Instagram and slide in her DMs. Yeah, off the line and spas. That's awesome. Already done. Already done. I hear that. Well, thank you, Vierra, so much for being a part of our Wellness Wednesday. Again, y'all, we are in our Let Us Be season. And we are so grateful again for you putting your CBD self. Yeah.
Don't you feel like a Power Ranger?
Right.
Where did
that guy come from? It just came out of me.
Oh, no. Give you powers, girl.
I love it. I love it so much. So yes, if you don't know, her CBD salve is in our box. You can use that for all of the things we were talking about earlier, the topical things. And just make sure to follow Vierra, and we'll be back next Wednesday. Stay tuned. We do have a Mother's Day sale.
I love her.
Okay, I'm trying. We have an amazing Mother's Day sale. So you can go under gift boxes and look at all of our past boxes, or you can go over and subscribe and subscribe for a year for a mama. Give her the gift of Veterans box for
that here would be a wonderful gift.
Listen, right? And
every mother needs a Veterans box.
Every 3 months it just shows up.
Oh my God.
I know you needed it. Here you go.
Right.
I agree. Every mother needs it.
It came perfect timing. He's just now ready to get my snapback, or at least get the mind frame, and I look at it and it's like, oh yeah.
You didn't say those wristlets. You were like, listen, I'm beginning to need
but snaps are hard.
I love it. Well, thank you again. We're so excited about our sale. We're excited about your launch of your website today. Congratulations again. So stay tuned and make sure to follow Vierra.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Hey sis, we thank you for honoring yourself by taking the time to listen to the Good, Better, Betterness podcast. Thank you for joining us on the journey to betterness.